I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome to Operation Freedom Briefings. The goal of my weekly radio show and these intra-week briefings is to provide you with information the bought-off, lamestream fake media will never touch. My weekly 3-hour live show, Operation Freedom, airs every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5 Eastern and originates from our Freedom Bunker at Wham Talk 1600 Studios in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so-called the People's Republic of Ann Arbor. The show expands upon the topics presented in these briefings and brings the most outstanding analysts in the world to your doorstep to dissect the topics the lamestream fake media avoids at all costs. The Sunday show can be streamed at davejanda.com, and the podcasts are available by late Sunday evening at davejanda.com for you to have access to, and hopefully you'll find worthwhile enough to network to your family, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Let's look at today's topics on our radar screen. And what's really on our radar screen is, if you will, a reconnaissance, if you will, topics. These are topics that we're going to be discussing on the Sunday show in greater detail, of course. First topic is going to focus on Benghazi and what really happened. The lamestream fake media has not told you what Benghazi was all about. We have had several generals on the show, former CIA operatives and Middle East analysts that have been on Operation Freedom and have spoken about the fact that Benghazi was a weapons-running operation by the United States government. Initially, weapons that were provided to Al-Qaeda, supposedly our enemies, to take out Gaddafi, who had actually flipped and become an ally of the United States in getting rid of terrorists several years before he was murdered by the Obama administration with Hillary Clinton in charge of the State Department. Benghazi was a weapons-running operation to take out Gaddafi, and then they flipped those arms, and they sent those arms through Turkey to Syria, and it ended up weaponizing ISIS. Now, I know, conspiracy theory. No, conspiracy fact. Defense Intelligence Agency documents that have been declassified 110% support what I just told you, that the lamestream media does not tell you and will never tell you. Why? Because they're owned by the globalist syndicate that's pulling all this stuff off. We'll go into great detail on Sunday on Benghazi. We'll also discuss Geo-Engineering. What's going on up in the skies above you? Is that conspiracy theory, or is there something going on? Is there something going on that could potentially and adversely affect your life? We're also going to speak to a very dear friend of mine. A movie was made about him, The Infiltrator, Bob Mazur. He was an undercover agent for the Drug Enforcement Agency. He was one of the individuals that took down Pablo Escobar and the drug kingpin and his network. Bob, in his book, The Infiltrator, and in the movie, links the drug cartels and their money laundering activity that was willfully and knowingly done by the banking syndicates around the world, including the United States. Bob's going to be in our show Sunday to discuss that. We also have Helen Chapman, who is one of the biggest and brightest and most courageous litigators in the country, who helped take down Bernie Madoff and actually has drawn a link between Madoff and one of the largest banking syndicates in our country that knowingly and willingly helped Madoff and his scam. We're also going to be talking about financial issues with Bill Holter, and we're also going to have a mining executive on who's taking on the criminal syndicate that's manipulating financial markets around the world. Operation Freedom airs from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern on Wham Talk 1600. You can stream it at davejanda.com live, Wham, W-A-A-M radio.com live, 405 radio, and you can do that over Twitter. On your handheld, TuneIn app, TuneIn, T-U-I-N app, hit Wham, W-A-A-M radio, and you can listen to it live. I will have the podcast up for you of the entire show late Sunday night for you to download and hopefully network to anyone and everyone you know. Until Sunday, dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for joining us today.